Lena had always been the quiet one. At school, she was the girl in the back row, absorbing everything but rarely speaking. In college, while her roommates went to parties, she stayed in, reading, thinking, and planning her future. Now, in her job at a fast-paced tech startup, she felt like a shadow. Meetings were loud, full of energy, full of people like Eric, her team leader. He thrived in the spotlight, tossing out ideas at lightning speed, feeding off the excitement in the room. Lena? She sat with her hands folded, her mind spinning with thoughts she never voiced. Every time she considered speaking up, someone else filled the silence. Maybe success wasn't meant for people like me, she thought. Then everything changed. The company was on edge. Their latest AI project, months in development, was failing and no one knew why. Eric paced in front of the screen, frustration clear in his voice. We've tried everything, adjusting the data sets, recalibrating the models. Nothing works. Lena watched silent. She had been analyzing the test results all week, noticing a strange pattern. A tiny inconsistency. A gap. She opened her mouth. I think. Eric kept talking. Maybe we should scrap the current model and start over. Lena swallowed her words. Maybe she was wrong. Maybe it wasn't important. But as the meeting dragged on, she kept staring at the numbers. And then it clicked. Her heartbeat quickened. She sat up straighter, gathering courage. There's a pattern in the failed test results, she said, louder this time. Silence. Everyone turned to her. She hesitated, then pushed forward. The model isn't failing randomly. It's misclassifying data only when certain variables overlap. It's a small error, but it affects the entire system. Eric frowned. He pulled up the data and examined it. A long pause. Then his eyebrows lifted. She's right. He turned to the team. We've been looking at this the wrong way. Within hours, Lena's insight led to a breakthrough. Later that evening, her manager approached her as she packed up her laptop. You know, he said with a smile, Einstein was an introvert too. People overlooked him because he was quiet until they realized he was the smartest person in the room. Lena blinked. Einstein? Maybe being quiet wasn't a weakness after all. That night, Lena couldn't stop thinking about what her manager said. She opened her laptop and searched successful introverts. The name surprised her. Bill Gates, who built Microsoft not by being the loudest, but by thinking the deepest. Elon Musk, a quiet strategist who changed entire industries. Warren Buffett, who made billion-dollar decisions by spending hours alone, analyzing data. A Rosa Parks, whose quiet defiance sparked a movement. She sat back, stunned. Introverts weren't at a disadvantage. They had a different kind of power. The next day at work, Lena made a decision. She wouldn't try to be like Eric anymore. She would be herself. While others talked, she listened, catching details they missed. While others rushed, she analyzed, finding solutions they overlooked. Instead of making shallow connections, she built deep, meaningful relationships. 1 year later, she was promoted, not because she became louder, but because she had something worth hearing. Her biggest challenge yet, presenting to the company's board. As she stood backstage, her stomach twisted with nerves. Can I really do this? Then she thought of Einstein, of Gates, of Buffett, of Rosa Parks. They all felt this way too. She took a slow breath, and then she stepped onto the stage. She didn't need to be the loudest in the room. She just needed to speak. And when she did, everyone listened. Success isn't about being the loudest. It's about having something valuable to say and knowing when to say it. Introverts possess deep thinking, observation, and emotional intelligence. True leadership isn't about changing who you are, but embracing your strengths. Even the quietest voices can change the world.